Okay, now we're on the back, and this was systems of equations, systems of linear equations. And for 6, 7, and 8, I'm going to show you the 3 different ways. So for one of them, I'm going to use substitution. One, I will use elimination, and I will do the graphing. I'll show you the graphing on the calculator in case you forgot how to do that. So for number 6, I could use substitution, but in this case I am going to multiply to use elimination. If I multiply the top whole equation by 4, I'll get 4y here, and it'll be opposite this one, so they will cancel out. So I'm going to multiply that whole top row by 4. So that gets me 12x plus 4y equals negative 44. So make sure you multiply all 3 terms by that 4. Now I have opposites with those 4y's, so I can cancel those out. 1x plus 12x is 13x. And 5 minus 44 is negative 39. Divide by 13. And x equals negative 3. I'm not done because I need to solve for y. So you can substitute it into either equation. I'll do the bottom one. So this negative 3 goes in for that x. So it's now negative 3 minus 4y equals 5. And it's okay if you use the top equation. You still should get the same answer. I'm going to add 3. That gets me negative 4y equals 8. Then I'm going to divide by negative 4. Y equals negative 2. So final answer needs to be an ordered pair because it's just the problems. If it's word problems, then it's going to be different. But if it's just normal equations, then you need your ordered pair. So negative 3, negative 2. Okay, so that one was elimination. I'm going to check that one off our list. I'm going to go down to number 8. And now it's between substitution and graphing. And for graphing, you need the y's by itself, kind of like number 7. I'm going to do graphing with that one. So obviously, I'm going to use substitution here. For substitution, it works best if one of your variables is by itself, or you need to get one by itself. In this case, y is already by itself. So I can go ahead and substitute that in for that y right there. I'm going to replace that y with negative 2x plus 1. So 2x, now it's minus 2x plus 1 equals 5. I'm going to combine like terms. 2x minus 2x is 0, so that's gone. That leaves me with 1 equals 5. Does 1 equal 5? No. So draw a line through it. This one is a no solution. You do not have to go on any further because there is no solution to it. Okay, let's look at number 7. That one is, I'm going to show you how to do it on the graph, or on the graphing calculator rather. So go ahead and get your calculator. I know this is a different version that some of you do have this version. So to put this one in your calculator, it works because both of the y's are by themselves. So I can enter them in. I need to clear out whatever's in there. Make sure plot 1 is not highlighted. What did I do? Okay. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go over to the stat and make sure that I don't have anything entered into those tables, because those dots would show up on the table as well. I do. So I'm going to go clear out L1 and L2. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to y equals and put in my 2 equations. So 2 minus, I'm going to put the 2/3 inside parentheses. And then the next one is x minus 3. And if you graph it, so hit graph. Oh, my zoom's a little off. Let me go to zoom 6 so I can get the right picture here. Okay, so those are my 2 lines. And to find the actual answer, you need to find the intersection. So for that one, you go to trace. Whoops, just kidding, second trace. And then down to number 5, or you can just hit 5. And for first curve, just hit enter because it's on the first line. For second curve, hit enter again if it's on that second line. And when it says guess, you need to move your dot over. I'm pressing this arrow right here. Move the dot up a little bit to where the intersection is. And hit enter. And it tells you the intersection is 3, 0. So my answer is 3, 0. Okay, that will kind of come in handy on the state test because it's timed, so you're going to have to go through it pretty quickly. If you decided not to use graphing on that one, I will show you substitution in this case. This one's easy to use substitution on because the y's are by themselves, so I can just plug that in for that y right there. So that gets me x minus 3 equals 2 minus 2/3 x. Let's see, I'm going to add 2/3 x. So that will get rid of that. In the same step, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So 1 plus 2/3, you can put this in your calculator. 1 plus, put the 2/3 inside parentheses. And then to change that to a fraction, hit math, enter, enter. So that's 5/3. So now I have 5/3 x equals 5. Divide both sides by 5/3. And to do this one in your calculator, you can do 5 divided by 3. Just make sure that 5 divided by 3 is inside parentheses. Should be 5. Or I'm sorry, it should be 3. The 5's cancel out. So the answer is 3 here. So x equals 3, which we already know. And then I'm going to put it back into this bottom equation. And hopefully you know 3 minus 3 is 0. And that's the same answer I got by graphing. So either method will work on that one. For number 9, it's going to take some work to do. I used elimination and I multiplied both of the equations by something. What I did, because I know 15 and 10 both go into 30, so I multiplied the top by 2, and to make an opposite, I multiplied the bottom by -3. Okay, you might have done something different, so hold on and see if you get the right answer. Well, I'll tell you right now the answer is -5 too. So if you didn't get that, you need to see what I'm doing here. So when I multiply, that gets me 8x plus 30y equals 20, and -9x minus 30y equals -15. Okay, the 30y's cancel each other out because they're opposites. 8 minus 9 is -1, so that's a -x equals 20 minus 15 is 5. I can't have a negative variable, so divide by -1. X equals -5. Then I'm going to take that and put it back into one of the equations. So I will put it doesn't matter, I'll put it in the bottom one. 3 times -5 plus 10y equals 5. Put it into the original one, not the one that you multiplied. So here this is -15 plus 10y equals 5. I'm going to add 15 to both sides. And that gets me 10y equals 20. Divide by 10. Y equals 2. So somewhere I need to write my ordered pair. I'm going to kind of write in here -5, 2. Okay, so those were just systems. Now you have 3 of them that are word problems with systems. Okay, and if it helps, I will highlight the numbers and all that stuff like I did on the front. So for number 10, it says to win a basketball game, one team scored 192 points. That's the total, by the way. So you might want to say scored because it equals 192. Okay, and it says they made a total of 76 2-pointers and 3-pointers. So that's like the total amount of shots. Okay? And then the question is how many baskets were worth 2 points and how many were worth 3 points. So your units in your answers are going to be your 2-point shots and your 3-point shots. Okay, so let's write our equations. Your first equation is just going to be x plus y equals however many shots there were. So in this case, 76. So first equation, x plus y equals 76. Okay, I'm going to say the x's are the 2 points and the y's are the 3 points. Okay, so now it's 2x, so 2-point shots plus the 3-point shots equals how many points did they score total? 192. Okay, and now you can use whatever method you want. Go ahead and you can pause it if you're going to try it again. I'm going to pause this and work it out because I'm running out of time in the video. Okay, so I decided to use elimination. So I multiply the top by -2, and then that gets me -2x minus 2y equals -152. The 2x's canceled out, and after I solved it, I got y equals 40. So that's where I got the 43-point shots. Then I put it into that original equation to get 36 for the x, and that's how I got 36 2-point shots. Okay, let's look at number 11. I'm not going to highlight on this one because I'm kind of running out of time here. I'm just going to write it as I go. So it says for a trip, one high school rented and filled 4 vans. So there's 4V right there. Plus 2 buses with 88 students. And then the other one was 5 vans and 3 buses for 122 students. Okay, so again, I'm going to have to pause it and work it out. I will tell you I'm going to use elimination, but I'm going to have to multiply top and bottom by something. So just hang on one second. Okay, here is my answer for number 11. To make opposites, I just kind of multiplied the b's by each other, but I made one of them negative. So I multiplied the top by 3, and I multiplied the bottom by -2. By doing that, I made these opposites. That's where I got the positive 6b and the negative 6b from, so I could cancel those out. 12v minus 10v is that 2v, and then 264 minus 244 is that 20. And I solved that. I got v is 10, so the van carries 10 students. I plugged the 10 back into the top equation, and I solved it for b to get 24, so the bus carries 24 students. Okay, let's look at number 12. An exam worth 171 points contains 31 questions. So x plus y equals 31. Some questions are worth 9 points, so I'm going to say the x's are the 9s, so 9x plus some of them are worth 3 points, for a total of points of 171. Okay, for this one, I am going to use substitution, but just hang on, let me work it out real quick, and then I will go over it. Okay, to use substitution, up here I subtracted the x from both sides to get y by itself. Then I substituted in for this y right here. So I had to multiply that 31 minus x times 3. So here's my work over here. I solved it. Here I did 9x minus 3x to get that 6x. So I got x equals 13, so there's 13 9-point questions. I plugged it back into the top equation to get y equals 18, so there was 18 3-point questions. And real quickly, the last one, it says the sum of two numbers. So right there, that's x plus y equals 37. The difference, x minus y, of the same two numbers is 11. Okay, I would use elimination on this one. I'm going to pause it because I have about 8 seconds left. Okay, by using elimination, I figured out that x is 24, Y is 13. There's my two numbers,